All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I want to tell you is, yes, you're getting old. I turned 25 yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting old. All right, I feel it in my back. I feel it. Every day. I just know, man. I know it, man. I'm just getting old. Let me make you feel much older, right? So Far Gone, one of Drake's probably most popular mixtapes that he ever put out, is now 10 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that mixtape, which we've seen some classic records like Successful featuring Lil Wayne, Best I Ever Had. I mean, some classic joints came off this tape, bruh. And yeah, it's now 10 years old, birthed February 13th, 2009. 10 years later, to commemorate this tape, because Drake does have a deal on Apple. Y'all know this is super difficult dealing with mixtapes because of clearance issues. Y'all know back in the day, during that 2000 to end of, I say 2010, 2011, before streaming really got popping, y'all know rappers was just hopping on any beat, not caring, because they weren't trying to sell the music. They were just trying to put it out in the atmosphere, that piff, live mixtapes, all that great stuff. It's super tough to try to now sell a mixtape, and that's what Drake is trying to do to commemorate this classic tape that helped put him in the position that he's in today. He wanted to throw that bad boy up on Apple Music, iTunes, all that good stuff for sale, right? This is one of my classic body of works. I want the people to be able to not just YouTube my music, but they be able to go to Apple Music, where I got a deal at, and listen to this record, these few records, right? Now, I went over to Apple Music. I checked it out. All of the records are not on there yet. There's like 7 or 8 on there yet, and I'm guessing he might have had some clearance issues with the other few records that were on the project when it was out online, right? So again, I don't know what's that about. I would imagine just clearance issues with mixtapes. Some of the samples probably not going to get cleared, and they may not ever get cleared, and I'm sure, if they do get cleared, they'll update the tape and add those records in to the So Far Gone catalog that's available on iTunes, Apple Music, and stuff like that. Now, one record that's not there, if you remember correctly, Drake sampled Kanye West's Say You Will with his own record that was on there. It was called Say What's Real, right? He kind of made his own rendition of it. And that record is visibly missing from the tape on Apple Music right now. And though it's missing, I'm guessing maybe Ye didn't clear it because of their beef. We all know that Drake and Ye have been beefing over, did Ye tell Pusha T about the kid and the Adidas deal, all that good stuff. Ye's been on Twitter saying that Drake made the Sicko Mode verse about him, and he's trying to hurt him and his family and trying to take money out of his pockets. And the real key, do you love me, is Kim Kardashian, all that stuff. We wondered, because Drake did hop on his Instagram and make this kind of post thanking everybody that was involved in the project. A lot of us wondered, would he thank Kanye West? And he did thank Kanye West, even though it looks like Ye didn't clear this sample. Just moments ago, Drake dropped this long message that I'm going to read to you guys on his Instagram account, kind of discussing the tape and the mentality that was there when he was making the So Far Gone tape. That is now 10 years old. He said this: Future the Prince, a decade ago, you were DJing all ages parties. OVO 40, a decade ago, you were scared to share your beats. Oliver, a decade ago, you worked at a clothing store selling someone else's product. Boy Wonder, a decade ago, you were in a basement with pink insulation walls figuring out Fruity Loops. That's funny. Nico, a decade ago, we were handing out flyers promoting club nights. Bria Miles, a decade ago, you were working the makeup counter at a Beverly Central. That's not a bad job, by the way. Nevzilla, a decade ago, your mom's house was my safe place, and we really ran through the 6 every day together. Bun B, a decade ago, you were a legend, and you will remain that forever. Salute to Bun B. Ben Baller, a decade ago, you were promoting me. You promoted me as if you were getting a cut of my career. Trey Songz, a decade ago, you were the first person to recognize potential and give me a cosign. Omarion, a decade ago, you came to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel and laid a verse for an unknown artist from Canada. Darky Made, a decade ago, you emailed me the cover art for something that would change my life forever. LeBron James, remember he was in that video. Remember he did his movie around that Forever record with all those big name features on it. He had Ye on it, Wayne was on it, Eminem was on it. Yo, y'all remember when it was cool when people had movies coming out, like they would use a movie use a music video to promote the movie. Y'all remember that? Yo, damn, what happened to that? Anywho, let's keep it going with Drake's post here. He said, LeBron, a decade ago, you came to my release party at 6 Degrees and made me the biggest artist in the city off your presence alone. Kanye West. Yes, he did thank Kanye West. He said, a decade ago, I rapped over your beat because you just made the best shit. And even though you stay wildin' on Twitter, these days, I will never forget what you contributed to the game and my career. Portia, I don't even know your IG, but a decade ago, you told me to rap over June 27th and bonded me in Houston, Texas forever. Jazz Prince, a decade ago, you took a chance on MySpace and introduced me to Wayne. Lil Wayne, a decade ago, of course, you got to big up Weezy F Baby. Lil Wayne, a decade ago, you took me out of Toronto and gave me the biggest blessing anybody has ever given me. I will never forget anybody involved in this journey, even if you don't fit in this caption. So Far Gone, streaming everywhere for the first time ever Thursday. So we ain't getting new music from Drake right now, but we're definitely going to be able to, for the most part, listen to a project that's considered probably a classic body. Is this a classic? I feel like it's definitely one of Drake's classic, but I don't know if we would call this one notoriously a classic body of work. Definitely one that a lot of people associate with the name Drizzy Drake when they bring him up. And by the way, the fact that Drake was able to big up Kanye West despite all of the online vitriol that these two have had and the games and the purple emojis, what is it, the purple demon emojis that's been sent back and forth from Drake to Ye, and it looks like Kanye claims that behind the scenes, Drake be pulling some strings and doing some shady shit and slick dissing him in records. And it looks like Drake is staying on the stance of, yo, no, Kanye, you just be wilding on social media from time to time. It definitely is dope to see, at least publicly, Drake be the bigger man and still big up Kanye West for a guy who, around that time, was super influential to Drake's career. I know Drake looks at Ye as one of the biggest influences to where he's at right now, just the style of music that he makes. Man, Ye produced, didn't he produce that Find Your Love record as well around that era as well? Yeah. Ye produced some joints for Drake, produced some videos for Drake, directed some videos for Drake. Very influential in the career of Drizzy Drake, whether these two don't like each other or not. You know how it is. When you're coming up in the game, your idol is your idol. Then when you get bigger, your idol becomes your rival, all right? Salute to Drizzy Drake. Congratulations, 10 years so far gone. Yeah, he thanking everybody, even including somebody that he probably doesn't get along with today in Kanye West. Thank y'all for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO. Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.